Hello everybody, today we have HP Envy x360. It's a 13-inch laptop, 13M-bd0033dx series. It's an Intel Core i7 11th gen laptop with beautiful graphics, GTX 1650. Let's take it apart, let's see what we can fix, replace or upgrade. So start with bottom screws. Now, some screws are going to be hidden under that rubber foot, so you have to take it off. So for these screws, I was using T5 Torx screwdriver. Those under the rubber foot are regular Phillips screws. So there's one more screw here. Now we have to separate the bottom case from the palmrest. So find a gap where you can put your tool in. Once you find a gap, work your way around the edge to disconnect all the clips. And the bottom is off. Look for the part number on those white stickers. That's the part number. So now let's disconnect the battery. Sometimes it's easier if you first take it out because the cable is short. And now pull out the connector from the motherboard. So, if the battery doesn't hold the charge or it's swollen, you can replace it. Here, that's our part number. And then, yeah, so that's the part number. All right, so now let's check here. Those are our speakers. So if the sound is bad, you can replace your speakers. Unscrew these two screws. Now we can take out the speaker and disconnect it from the motherboard. Speakers are connected together as a pair. So follow the cable and unscrew the opposite speaker. And now we can take it out. So that should be our part number. Okay, now under that cover, that should be our storage. So, if you unscrew the screw, you can take out the drive. So that's just the cover. And that's the actual NVMe SSD drive. So if the laptop doesn't boot and tells you there is no boot device, or you would like to upgrade storage to the bigger one, this is how you can do it. Now, let's see. So that's our heatsink. So if your laptop overheats and you would like to add cooling paste between the heatsink and the processor, Or if the fan doesn't spin or makes grinding noise, you can replace it. So unscrew the screws for the heatsink and for the fan. Now gently lift the heatsink. Be careful, don't bend it. If you bend it, it won't work. So that's the heatsink. Here we have the part number. That's the fan. Now let's disconnect it. That's the part number for the fan. So now let's take out our motherboard. So disconnect all the cables, like the video cable. You have to flip this retaining clip. Now we can pull out the connector. Now I will close it so it doesn't get damaged later. Here, that's our Wi-Fi card. The Wi-Fi card is soldered on the motherboard. You cannot replace it. If it doesn't work, you have to replace the whole motherboard. I will disconnect the antenna wires so we can pull out the motherboard. One more video cable. All right, now let's take out all the remaining screws. That's our DC jack connector. Let's disconnect it for now. All right, so the motherboard is out. Here, that's our part number. That's our processor. Processor is soldered on the motherboard, so if it doesn't work, you have to replace the whole motherboard. Here, that's our DC power jack. So if your laptop isn't getting the power, you can replace this jack. In order to do that, let's unscrew the hinge screws for the screen because they cover our power jack. Now we can disconnect the screen assembly from the palmrest. Okay, now we can take out our DC power jack. So remember, if your laptop isn't getting the power or that jack is physically broken, you can replace it. And if you need parts, check gotlaptopparts.com. That's our hinge. Unfortunately, it was broken off from that screen housing. Let's see if we can replace our touchpad. So unscrew these screws. And now we can take it out. So that's how we replace the touchpad. Look for the part numbers on those white stickers. And that's our keyboard palmrest assembly. The keyboard is riveted to the palmrest. You cannot replace it. If it doesn't work, you have to buy the whole assembly like that. And now that's our screen assembly. It's very fragile, very thin, usually sold in one piece. Yeah, if you're lucky, look for the whole assembly on eBay or Got Laptop Parts. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video.